Hello riders or not. Today's episode will be unusual, but very important. Today we will talk about what value bikers community brings to the world. I didn't just randomly came up with this idea. I was approached by the lady who is an ambassador for a World Values Day. And she asked me, us bikers, what value we bring. But first of all, guys, I would like to tell you why you should watch this episode and why it is so important and what change we can make if we will convince them that us bikers, we bring value to the world. Then obviously they will have an interest to increase the number of bikers. I don't know about you in your country, but here in UK, I had to pass my motorcycle license separately from the car license. Even though I had my car license for a quite long time, still had to do a motorcycle license entirely from scratch, just like I've never been using a road before. So the question is, why we're losing both licenses when we're getting penalty points? What if they would be separate? What if you got the penalty points, if you speeded, not in purpose, accidentally, on your car, you're not getting any points on your bike. And even if you're losing your car license, you are still able to use a motorcycle. And I'll tell you why it will increase the number of riders. Imagine somebody has a car and he lost the license. He's not able to commute, not able to go to work. He would instantly think to pass a motorcycle license or at least get a CBT. Once he will get a CBT or motorcycle license, whether he will keep riding motorcycle when he will get his car license back or not, he will be a lot more aware road user. We all know, as bikers, we are the best road users. We're always using mirrors, we're always very aware what's going on around, and we are way better drivers. At least most of us. So increasing the number of people who pass the motorcycle license or use the CBT and rode a scooter, it will increase the number of good drivers as well. Happy days. Also, commuting on the motorcycle is a lot more environment friendly. But let's leave the environment, the very wide question, for a next episode. The next idea how to improve our bikers' life and how to increase the numbers of people riding motorcycles is, what about the motorcycles would have reduced or no road tax, just like bicycles, or at least one policy for your entire fleet of the motorcycles. I mean, you only use one on the road once.
Hope so that this intro already got you thinking, because in this video for me it's so important to get your opinion and your comments. What do you think? What changes should be made to increase the number of motorcyclists in the world? And of course, why do you think that number should be increased?
I missed that bike. I thought I didn't. I love super sport so much, but I missed this as well. I need them both. I clearly need my bike, my Harley, as well as a super bike, as well as a scrambler, as well as a naked like FTR. Many bikes. I need many bikes. But get back to the theme of today. So let's get back to that. So first of all, I'm taking you for a treat. I'm taking you to a Bentley meeting, which is every Wednesday during the season near the Colchester at Bentley. And I'm looping around because I just wanted to ride as well and to chat with you while riding. Or ride more than chat. Ride the most of everything. Any excuse to ride. But today is a special meeting. This Wednesday is the annual one. It's the biggest meeting of the year. So there will be loads of motorcycles, and I'll see. Maybe I'll get to ask some of them, some of the bikers, what they think, what value they bring to the world being a biker. Every single one of you should grumpy. When you're in the mood, of course you are snappy, and even being nice, if you are grumpy, you're not like the nicest person to be around. But if you are happy, it's a different story. Even the worst person in the world, if something will bring a smile on his face, he will be better. He will be kinder to the others, he will be less aggressive. So happiness, riding motorcycle, makes people better humans. And the more people will be happy, the happier will be the society, the happier will be the world. And I think every single world leader needs to start riding motorcycle and to change a perspective that they see the world through. We should talk about the mental health constantly. And the reason for that is the number of suicides in the world is huge. And we might be able to avoid it if we would speak more, if we would express our feelings more, and in general, if we would be happier. And I met many people who told me motorcycles saved my life. And by that they mean that the ride that clears your head, the community you talk to, your friends, your motorcycle friends. Riding motorcycle really affects the mental health in the very good way. And riding motorcycle, literally, it's kind of meditation. It's moving meditation, and we all agree with that. Once we ride, our mind is so much about riding, about how to do the corner, about how to twist the throttle. It just clears your mind, and sometimes it takes a tank or two, but it does affect our health, mental health, in a good way. So I will go around, and people who will be friendly and keen enough to share and tell what value do they think they bring as a motorcyclist. So that's my Sparrow in the field. As you can see, there are a few bikes here. Very random selection always. You can see anything from a superbikes to a naked to some interesting things, big things, and Harleys obviously. Classics. I saw a couple of classics arriving as well. Hello. I love your bikes.
We love them too.
Very nice. Can I ask you one question? I'm doing a YouTube video, and today's theme is what value motorcyclists brings to the world.
Especially when we come out on stuff like this, that people see them and appreciate them because they are so old that it makes people look back with nostalgia of how things used to be.
So you bring beauty?
Well, if you want to call it beauty, I just think they're absolutely gorgeous. This is Max, and I think he's absolutely fabulous.
It is absolutely gorgeous.
And I also think it's good because it brings so many generations together as well. It's all ages. When you come over here some nights, you've got kids from pushchairs to 70, 80-year-olds that walk around and go, oh my God, you know, I've got an RVF, and they go, oh, I used to have one one of them when I was young, you know. So it's just really nice that it's community.
So it makes a community which
I
is
think
friendly.
So. Yeah, and when you go around and you're riding, bikes acknowledge each other. They all nod each other. It's all like, you know, it's just nice. If I go out on my own, I never have to worry because I know if I'm in bother and a bike comes past, they're going to stop and help, and it's just nice. A car would just go past you.
Did you build it? Wow! It's on Ducati. Perfect. Okay, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
What do you think? What value, being a motorcyclist, you bring to the world?
Talking to like-minded people also on motorbikes, because there's a lot of people with challenges. You know, you don't think about it, but there is. So when I leave here, I get a lot of satisfaction about talking to other people. I've met a guy tonight that's got this bike, David, Polish guy. That's what I get from it.
Down in Louisiana, where the tall, tall pine trees grow, there live a preacher daughter and she knows how to jelly roll. And her papa wanna save my soul, but her sweet talking daughter, Lord, she loves to jelly roll. Yes, she do. Well, I got a gal in old St. Louis, one in San Antonio. Come and get it while you can, for tomorrow I'll be gone. And my good gal sitting alone, she hollered her back, Daddy, Daddy, when you come in home, won't you come on home?
I'm sorry I was chasing you from the entrance. I admire your motorcycle. That is so beautiful. And I have a chance to ask the owner of this gorgeous Indian FTR that I'm admiring now for like half an hour the same question. What value do you think you bring to the society being a biker?
I just think it makes you a much better person. I first got on a bike at the year of 8 years old. My dad commuted on a Honda CD175, and one day he said, "Do you want to go in the back?" And I felt like I was flying, and that was it from that day. And yeah, my dad, he rode Nortons and everything, and he just brought me up with values that, you know, you treat them right, it'll treat you right, and that goes with other people as well, I believe. You treat people right, they'll treat you right back. And I've been riding since I was 15 on the road, and yeah, I just believe it makes you a nicer person. Yeah, even, you know, if people are bad to you, sometimes you can step back and just say, well, you're having a bad day.
Yeah. Oh, exactly about that I'm talking today. And I didn't give you any tips. I don't tell anyone what I'm thinking. I want them to come up with an answer. And that is exactly what I was talking about today, that it makes you a better person.
It does, yeah, yeah. My older brother rides, I ride, my dad rode. And yeah, you know, I just think, and you pass it on to your kids, you know, and my kids, they're okay. They're not kids, they're 21 now, but and yeah, pass them values down. Yeah, I don't ride, but I think the biking values installed in me made me the way I am.
Remember gals in Mississippi get along, they talk. Hell, they can recommend just like a cannonball. But hell, I love to watch them fall. Oh, the Mississippi woman, Lord, if they don't beat all. Oh, man. Well, I've been looking out my window as far as I can see. I'm looking for the rounders looking out for me. Oh, but why won't they let me be? I'm a high-stepping papa way down in Tennessee. Yes, I am. Oh, don't let me Well, she likes to say we shouldn't, but you know we always will. The hollers catch me if you can, runs up over the hill. Well, that's how she gets her thrill, saying that we shouldn't, but she knows we always will.
All the different people riding all the different motorcycles, and everyone is so friendly. Like that lady said, it's a friendly society. I've been to a Mugello, I've been to MotoGP, and people support different riders, different teams, different motorcycles. Still, it was no rage. Nobody was angry if somebody was supporting somebody. It was the probably friendliest sports community ever. It's a good example of how one community can be so friendly, how people are supporting each other, helping each other on the road, team up. I'm getting distracted by the motorcycle. Do you think that bikers makes the world better?
The bikers will make the world better. They make my world better, thank you, yeah. Yeah.
Brilliant, thank you very much, sir. Thank you. Wow! Oh, I miss Mini-Me riding with me. I just love the atmosphere. I love how peaceful it is, and everyone who's watching and not riding a motorcycle, just look at this. Just look at that amazing community and hopefully change your mind. Change your thinking about the stereotypes of bikers. This is the best community that I've ever been to, and I started riding 6 years ago, so I've been to different communities. I only just discovered that, so I haven't been raised in the motorcycle community. I got it in just by myself without knowing no one. Started riding motorcycle, and I started riding more because I fell in love with it. I started doing my YouTube channel because I fell in love with it. I fell in love with people, bikers. For me, at least what I discovered, is the friendliest, the kindest, the best community in the world. Can I ask you a question? Do you think that bikers making the world better?
Bikers making the world better? Well, bikers have always been nicer people, I've found, in the world. They just tend to be not slimy, backstabbing gits that you'd find ordinarily. With a biker, you normally trust them, and we all band together, have been in the past. Some of the best friends I've ever had have been bikers, so, that's what I think.
I agree with you 100%. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Well, thank you for taking an interest in, I call it Thumper.
Thumper. Beautiful.
Well, I actually think the values that we bring is obviously less emissions on our bikes, but I think for mental health it brings people out of themselves. You have to concentrate, be one with your bike, of the road, and I believe it makes you a much better car driver. You're more appreciative on the road when you do get in your car, which I think is important.
Hi guys, is it okay to ask a question for a YouTube channel? Yeah. It will be a tricky one. So what value do you think being a biker you bring to the world? Different from like all the rest of the people?
Definitely make all the roads a lot safer, I'd say.
Can you say again please?
We make the roads a lot safer.
I've been running so long that my feet don't work no more. Oh yeah. I've been running so long that my feet don't work no more. Oh no. It ain't easy, darling, when the devil's on my trail. Oh yeah.
Do you think that bike is making the world better?
Of course it is.
Why?
It's, yeah, everyone's smiling, you know. What more can you say? Everyone's happy. And nights like this, that's what it's all about.
Hello. That's a tricky one. You can think for a minute.
It's a tricky question. Well, the value I think is more in the well-being of way people think. With me, it gives me a focus, a stress relief, another side to life that sort of helps you continue. And yeah, looking forward to many years ahead of doing the same sort of thing.
It's time for me to go home, unfortunately. I just got full of motorcycles and full of amazing people, and I spent a couple hours just flew. I thought I would stay for an hour, I stayed for 2, and now I have to rush back home, pick up my son. But guys, you can see that everyone agrees and nobody hesitated even for a second when I asked if bikers makes the world better. Everybody, absolutely everybody said yes. The answers why were different, and I think it's a hard question when you just drop it to people, because I found it as a difficult question. I mean, I didn't question if we bring value, of course we do, but it made me think why. And I can't wait for your comments and your thoughts on this one. It's very important. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.